Welcome to the universe.
Did you have any other questions, Holly?
That's the only one I can remember that
There got to be other questions.
Oh, I have tons of
She
questions.
had a whole list.
I know.
and
Ask one of your questions.
We were
Anything
supposed
you
to
wanna
do
know.
that. We were supposed to do that as like the end of a bunch of episodes.
I come up
and
with
it never
weird
happened.
questions when I'm falling asleep.
Okay.
She
What-
does.
I may have even deleted the list.
What?
I don't know.
It was gold,
That's
Jerry.
bullshit.
Gold.
Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. So in the book Moby Dick, they
Moby
call
Dick?
Moby
Never read
Dick a she, right?
Okay.
There she blows, a hump like a snow hill. It's Moby Dick.
So are they assuming the gender of the whale? Did they see the dick on the whale? And like, obviously they didn't see a dick because they say there she blows. But if it is a she, why the fuck did they name her Moby Dick?
Maybe it didn't have to do with penises. Maybe it was just like Richard.
Yeah, but
Maybe it was
still,
It was Moby Richard
yeah, but it's a
to
chick.
start with. Well, let's address that later. Is Moby
Yeah.
Richard? It's a last
Yeah,
name. Moby's the first name, which is
Maybe
can
it's
go
Louisiana
feminine
whale
or
and it's
male.
Richard.
That's right. It was Moby Richard.
Moby Richard.
And
They
then
called
just
it
through
Dick
the
for
years,
short.
translations when they translated Moby Dick from Farsi to Russian, and then
Farsi.
from Russian, to English, the translations it ended up as Dick.
Didn't Herman
Well,
Melville
it went from
write it? Wasn't he
Richard to
English?
Richard when it hit English because of King Richard. But then the king really didn't like being compared to a female whale and made them call it Dick.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
According to the internet, the name
And I
of
didn't have
Melville's
Jamie to pull that up on the internet for me.
most
before.
famous creation was suggested by an article by Jeremiah Reynolds, published in 1839, the Knickerbocker magazine, and it said Mocha Dick, or the white whale of the
It's like the
Pacific.
chocolate dick.
The chocolate dick. So it was Dick was a generic name like Jack or Tom.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like that's Moby Dick.
But it's
It
like
could've
Jack
said-
or Tom, which are male names.
But
Right.
maybe saying their she blows wasn't a male or female thing. Like you call a boat a she.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't actually have a.
They just
gender.
call any large
sea-bearing item,
They assume their genders.
living or inanimate. They call it a
is
she.
Okay.
Because
Right.
there's at least one time in a man's life where he wanted to throw a woman in the ocean.
I have never wanted to throw
There's at least one. You don't have to say it was Holly.
a woman in the ocean. No, I'm trying to think.
Let's say you
I mean,
actually did. We're not saying we
Maybe-
did that, but you're like, man,
Maybe one of my sisters. We may have gotten in an argument, and
Yeah.
I could have
Yeah,
thrown her in
that-
it. But not to die and drown. Like
no,
just
just
like
to get rid of it.
you know
her.
what?
Not it.
Yeah.
Her.
After
Get rid
she's
of her.
died, to get rid of the body.
Either
No, no,
way,
no.
I've seen
Oh,
this on the
that's
True
the
Crime
problem.
podcast.
Yeah.
True crime podcast.
Or True Crime.
I actually like the idea that your mother's relative. I think that's a good idea to go with that one.
Whose mother?
Your mother,
Oh yeah.
B's mother.
Something.
We'll have to
I don't
change
remember. I
the
wasn't
names to
listening.
protect the innocent.
Can we
They're
get
all
him
dead.
on the podcast?
They're
How strict are
dead.
they at prisons?
They're all dead. I'm
Oh, he's
sure.
dead?
Yeah. it
Oh, we
sounded
can get a
like it.
Ouija board and
Oh, I'm not bringing those
Communicate
spirits in
with
my
them.
house.
We'll have the Ouija board here,
Yeah, y'all.
and you could
y'all
just
keep
move it with
over
your
there.
mind.
I'll witness
from,
it.
from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing that it was banned in our houses, right?
Oh,
Holly, did you have one?
God.
yeah, we had Ouija boards. We had a couple of
That
them.
was the evilest evil
Wait.
you could have.
She just said she had multiple ones in her house.
Yeah,
Growing
like
up.
one's not enough to communicate with the.
Well, there were
unliving.
more than one kid. Well, like we
They're
didn't
all
share.
doing
Everyone's
them.
got to have their own.
seances. Candles
Everyone's gotta have
melted
their own
everywhere.
Ouija
The
board.
floor is just full of wax.
That was one of the toys that that was forbidden.
Yeah, what an interesting toy, though, right?
Right.
Like, who thought of that? And they're like, all you got to do is put enough people around it, and someone's going to be the asshole moving it.
A warlock.
You know,
came up with the idea.
I always
I'm not
did it by
moving
myself.
Are you moving it?
It made me
You did
feel
it by
really bad
yourself?
about myself though, because I could never get the dead to talk to me. Like I'm like, I can't make
Yeah,
friends in
it's 'cause
real
it's
life,
not
and I can't make
real.
friends with dead people either.
Yeah, you suck. God. Why won't they talk to me?
Luigi.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that was evil.
It was super evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
Remember,
an
like,
interesting question. Who
kids-
came up with the idea of that? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you can talk to the spirits of the dead with this board game for kids.
Right, for kids.
Like, it just seems a little
Mass
off,
marketed.
right?
We're gonna make a bunch.
Yes, mass marketed. I mean, there were commercials on television.
Yeah,
How many movies
it
has
wasn't
has
like it was
been
found in the jungle. You know, like
No,
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
You know, just one game that's haunted.
And obviously, they don't all have the ability to speak with the dead, but maybe the first one.
Yeah,
Because I mean, what are the origins of that word Ouija? Like I feel like
it's weird spelling too. Starts with a Q.
I think it's an O.
Yeah,
Is it a
Ouija, I think.
Yeah,
Starting
it's just
with a Q. That would be better.
Ouija.
No, it's still spelled. Still pronounced Ouija.
With a Q.
Yeah, with a Q. That way you're like, man, this is what is this language? You know, like
It's Italian.
this is definitely the language of the demons.
It's Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Luigi. Oh, come on, nobody.
That's all right. You'll win them all.
Mario.
Yeah, you do say some funny stuff, but that
And
one
then
was not
and then you communicate with the dead
yeah,
Oompa-
dead mushrooms,
dead mushrooms and the.
turtles.
Hey, look, that's got some deep shit in it. All the different creatures in Mario. I mean, come on. He eats a mushroom, grows 3 times bigger,
Right.
starts flashing.
Can shoot
But there's no
fireballs.
consequences for any of the murders that Mario commits.
Just
Sure,
kill
there
him.
is. He dies a lot.
He always
when I
comes
play.
back.
Not when I play. Remember doing speed runs on Mario 1?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Beat it like in 3 minutes. It's just like
I don't know if I ever got it to 3 minutes, but
No, but I've seen people on YouTube do it like really.
that's crazy.
Dang.
It's
It's
crazy.
like probably maybe less than 3 minutes.
The tricky thing is the pipes. You got to get in the pipes.
You got to do the
first.
right one, yeah.
Yeah.
At the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
But you know
see.
how sometimes you jump in the pipe and you wouldn't be the exact. You got to like jump up and then land directly in the pipe. It's pretty impressive. Some of those gamers.
4
Skilled.
minutes. 4 minutes 54 seconds is the record.
Is that the record?
Yeah.
And you did it in 3 minutes? Is that what you're saying?
No, God, no.
We got to call Guinness.
Right.
The
But yeah,
beer?
it was just patterns. It was just knowing the rhythm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because once you
Yes.
realize it's all it's
Mhm.
a set. Everything, all the enemies will never change.
Right. And their time
Their
will be
movement.
their movement's the same.
It's all about the
position.
timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had all the secret passages, so you could skip the warps. You could
That's
skip
when it
levels.
was like video games are like really magical.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking love that.
Yeah, because your
Nothing,
imagination had to
Yeah.
fill in
Oh yeah. No,
because the
everything's
graphics
so real.
sucked.
Everything's so real now. It's cool, but
It almost doesn't
you
feel
don't
like a
feel
game,
it. You don't feel the magic.
right? At least I don't. That's why I haven't played games in several years.
Yeah, I still play them. Just don't feel the same.
Holly, did you play video games when you were a kid?
Up until when my sister pawned our Nintendo.
God, I remember that story because you're poor, right?
Yeah. But it was fun until she
But
pawned it.
when you did play, what was your favorite game? I don't know.
Well,
if
the
we ever
only
talked
games
about
we had Super Mario, and I played that.
Duck Hunt.
And then Duck Hunt. We had Duck Hunt, and then my dad bought me Mickey Mouse Capades. I remember he had enough
Ooh.
money one time, and for my
That
birthday, he
game was
bought me
dumb.
Mickey Mouse Capades.
I played it. It was so dumb.
For a girl that didn't have any other games, that was fun. And then some sort of racing game, and I can't remember the name of it. And then a golf game.
Cruising,
We had a golf game.
Cruising USA.
I don't remember.
Was that Super Nintendo? or
No,
Nintendo?
that's Super. Or
I
even
did get a
Nintendo
Super
64.
Nintendo when I in high school for my sweet 16 birthday present.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I
Super
Nice.
Nintendo was fun.
I just had Super Mario World though. That's the only game I had.
Oh,
All the way
wow.
up to Nintendo 64. That was fun too.
Mhm. Golden.
GoldenEye, yes.
Our highest rated episode of the first podcast.
That's right. Y'all made it on your Apple charts, I think, with that one, huh?
Yeah, we're like 60 or something like that.
Y'all got up
We're
there.
in the top 10 on the Canadian charts
That's
for
right.
1
Yeah.
week.
Oh yeah, Canadian, we're top 10.
The Canadians love you guys.
Yeah, they do. They get our jokes.
Yeah. The Canadians are funny. That's why. Canadians, I think we should move to Canada.
It's also because we say a lot.
But it's
A
cold
lot,
up
of
there.
a lot of taxes over there.
Yeah. Taxes
Yes.
here too.
No, there's way more.
Really?
Yeah.
But they have like free insulin and everything up there, right?
Only if you're dying.
Oh.
Man, I wish we had one of those assistants. I'm hungry right now. We could just send them, order some pizza. This
You want me to
sucks.
call? You want me to call down? What's
We
your
need to
favorite
step up
pizza
our
place?
game.
Domino's, Papa
Like
John's,
fast food, Domino's.
Domino's. Okay.
Yeah, if it's like one of those things.
I hate Domino's because I work there, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's underrated.
Yeah, it is underrated pizza. You know, I mean, granted, yeah, it's franchise, but my favorite pizza is West Main. Oh, I missed out on that in this trip. Didn't get it. I
West
feel
Main
you.
gets pretty expensive, Brent.
I feel like, but it's just like anything. You would get sick of it. If you
I
ate
want to
every
get
day.
sick of it. Like, I want to be to the point where, like, yeah, I don't want that anymore. I'm curious how much it would take.
Well, because you live so far away from it now,
Yeah, I can't get. I
you
can
have
get
it
if I want
so infrequently.
Right.
You know, it's like it's like the Burger King chicken sandwiches.
I
But
never
Holly
want that.
knows me now, and like every
Yeah.
couple of months,
Mm-hmm.
she'll be like, "Hey, you want me to stop and get a chicken sandwich from Burger King on her way back from work?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yes,
Like, yeah.
you get me one of those."
Mhm.
So yeah,
You like the spicy one or the regular one?
I usually just get the regular. They don't always have the spicy one.
You like the
Maybe it's
original.
McDonald's.
He likes
McDonald's
the
maybe has
long-
spicy.
Super processed original one.
The one
Yeah.
with like the marinara sauce,
Just the regular chicken
mayonnaise and
sandwich,
lettuce.
the
just
classic,
mayonnaise and lettuce, huh?
the classic. 3 inches of mayo,
Mm-hmm.
2 pieces of lettuce,
Yeah.
and stale bread. That's what I
Yeah.
like.
That's what you like. I dig it. Yeah. I'm a McDonald's chicken nugget kind of guy. You know that.
Well, we know.
Get that sweet and sour sauce. Mm.
Is it weird that there are no new fast food restaurants?
Yeah, there are.
There's new ones.
There's new ones all
Where?
the time, dude.
Smalls.
Yeah, but
Raising Cane's is considered new. Like
Raisin Cane's.
It's
is
been around
badass.
for over
outside
a
of
decade.
Louisiana, yes. It's spreading across the country now. Like
That's
we
good.
just got one in Florida, like in St. Pete.
Congratulations.
People are excited. They're like excited. Like,
Interesting.
yeah, man.
My sister
So it's considered-
misses it.
New.
Yeah, she lives in North Carolina, and they don't have Raising Canes.
Yeah,
And of course,
I'll
you know
get
the
it.
story about
Yeah.
Zaxby's and Raising Canes.
I
They're
don't know.
basically the same restaurant,
That. Okay.
and I'm not quite sure which one stole from the other ones, but I want to say Raising Canes stole from Zaxby's, and
But Raisin
Okay.
Cane's is
Kinda-
better
it
Way
is better.
Way better.
because their chicken
It
is
is
like
better.
bigger. And it's like
It's
more
bigger.
quality and
It's like a nice piece of meat. Their
Yeah.
sauce is good. French
Sauce
fries
is
are just
great.
crinkle fries, which whatever. That's a meat. I'll give it a.
They
meat.
could
It's a
upgrade
passing
the
grade.
fries.
Yeah,
they could
but
upgrade the fries. But if you get a fresh batch of Cane's fries,
They're nothing to
Those are good.
scoff at, you know.
no, I'm not scoffing at them.
Yeah, that bread's good. Dip that bread up in that sauce, boy.
Mhm.
Some of that coleslaw. Dang.
He's making himself so hungry right now.
Yeah.
How far is the Cane's from where you live?
Probably 45 minutes without
Oh,
traffic.
jeez.
Yeah.
It's worth
That's
it though.
too far. I don't know. Not right now.
Nah. Mm-mm.
I mean, look.
I
if this
ghosted
podcast-
women. I ghosted women because it was like that. I didn't like. Nah,
Too
I'm not
far.
driving that
I
far
got-
for a date.
I got to go 3 blocks down.
Yeah, I'm
that's-
like no. Sorry.
I'm glad Dustin didn't do that.
Mhm.
better luck
You don't
next
know.
time. Well, no, she means with her because
Oh, with
she was
her,
so
yeah,
far
yeah.
away.
Because he was, it was like 2 hours, huh?
Longer than that. She was
Yeah,
in Long
3
Beach,
hours?
Mississippi, and I was in Houma, Louisiana.
3 hours.
It was 2 hours.
Depending on when you left,
Yeah.
it could be
That
3
Metairie
hours.
traffic can
depending
make it
on
a
when you
lot
left.
longer.
Metairie
Mhm.
traffic.
You miss Metairie traffic, Brent?
No, it's
He probably didn't have to deal with
there's
it
worse
much 'cause
traffic here.
he lived in Metairie,
Yeah.
though. He just
There's
had to
worse
leave his
traffic here.
house and
Because there's nowhere really to go in Metairie. It's just a couple streets, so you're just waiting.
we're talking about the
You're
interstate when you're passing by Metairie on
Yeah, that's
on
still
90. Yeah, it's kind of bad.
it's not fun.
Yeah.
Not 90. What is it? 310.
I hear our viewership's going up.
Yeah, I can hear the numbers. And these new headphones Hollipop got me for Christmas.
Yeah. Well, I want you
No.
to help me with something, Dustin, but I'll tell you about it later.
Tell 'em now.
Okay.
You're not. It's not gonna be too much work on you. I promise.
It's just gonna be a pain in your ass. But you like that.
Like having a 13-inch penis.
Yeah.
She's like, I want you to have your penis enlarged.
I have a friend that's carrying around a hog. You know him, Robi.
Robi
And yeah.
carries around a hog.
Well, Robi, Robi does too. I know. Robi's got a hog. But this is talking about another friend. And yeah, he says it's a curse. Like,
After all this talk of penises, what about vaginas? Huh?
those wide vaginas, man.
Don't
Yeah.
talk about that. My
You like
period
that.
could start at any moment.
Yeah. Someone just drive by.
Just a drive-by period. Mrs. Doubtfire reference.
I don't know that I've ever watched that movie in full.
What?
I haven't
full.
either.
Bits and pieces
That's a
here. And
great
it was so
movie.
popular. And then because I didn't
I saw
see it, and then it was so popular and it was everywhere, so then it was like I kind of don't want to see it now because it's
It's great.
so tiring.
It's one of Robin Williams' best.
Yeah, I'm
And,
not arguing that.
it's weird though. I haven't watched many Robin Williams films since he's died. It's because I feel like I'm going to be sad because I felt like I knew him. Like he was like your funny uncle.
They're good.
No, I've seen them. I'm just saying to rewatch them. You know.
What about the Peter Pan one? He was good.
Yes.
In that, man. What was
I
that?
like
Hook.
that one too.
Hook.
Look, critics
Good Will
hated that
Hunting.
movie, dude, but I liked it. I saw it
Screw
in the
the-
theater.
That movie was fun, man.
Yeah.
Bangarang.
hmm
Julia Roberts as Tinkerbell. Whew.
Robin Williams was an interesting choice because you never thought of him as a heroic.
Right. Well, he
Type
grew
of
up.
figure.
He grew up. That's why he was perfect.
Right.
He grew up
But I'm
into
saying
the opposite, and he had to.
exactly.
Yeah.
But when you think of Robin Williams as a comedian, he is like a big kid, so
Yeah.
it does
Oh,
make
yeah.
sense.
Good
Steven
Will
Spielberg.
Hunting, man. That movie's great. That's just pure
It
drama.
is.
There's no comedy.
Flubber, that was a super serious film as well.
Yeah, Flubber. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Mork and Mindy was fantastic. I remember watching that growing up. Rainbow colored suspenders. What rainbow color? But it was multiple colors, right? The suspenders.
Yes. Well, he had those suspenders when he was dressed as a human,
Mhm.
but his actual alien outfit was red with like the silver.
Yeah, like the silver
It was like a
foil.
unitard.
Yeah.
Didn't he have it? He had like a Spock thing too, right? It wasn't like live long and prosper, but it was
Nano. Or
Nanu.
yeah, it was Nanu,
Nanu,
but didn't he
Nanu.
do something with his hand too?
He'd hold it under your
Nano,
beneath your
nano.
nose and tell you to smell it.
Nano.
Smell this.
I can thankfully say no one ever did that to me, and I appreciate it.
Driving back on the bus after basketball games, the couple that I actually went on, dude, the varsity, they're like digging in their crotch, in their buttholes, and going around sticking it underneath people's and like wiping it.
Oh God.
Like, and
That's
I'm like, oh, I would just
disgusting.
pray. It never happened to me. I would just sit there praying, like, oh God.
And it was a Christian school, so that
Oh,
made
yeah.
sense. You were like, prayers work.
Like, you,
Please,
you let
God.
jelly. Like, so nasty.
So I guess you could have preempted it by, putting the menthol with the
yeah, like Vicks Vapor Rub.
Vicks Vapor Rub. Yeah, Vicks Vapor Rub under your
Yeah.
nose,
Yeah.
just in case.
It's so gross. The hell's wrong
Disgusting.
with
How many people got sick from that? You got to figure.
people? Yeah,
It's not zero.
The whole junior varsity would just walk around with pink eye.
That's disgusting.
It's
I
so
wonder if these
disgusting,
guys
dude.
grew up and they're still doing that kind of shit. Like, are they
Probably, yeah.
Like, it makes
probably.
you.
Do adults do that? I mean, okay. So professional NBA, NFL. Do you think they're still doing that kind of
No.
shit in the locker room?
Oh no, dude.
I would think not, right?
No. Mm-mm.
Because I mean, you could
These
conceivably
guys are
get somebody.
probably in the backyard drinking Budweiser still,
Yeah. Doing it to
know,
each other still.
doing it to each other.
That's why they
laughing.
never made it to the pros.
Yeah.
It's because they always had pink eye, couldn't see
I
the
don't think
ball.
if any of them are dead. I don't think so.
Probably because of the bacteria that from not washing their hands after they
Disgusting.
shoved it up their ass.
I saw a guy at the bank today. He had a Dali tie.
Really?
Yeah, and I pointed it out. I was like, "Oh, I like your tie." And he's like, "Oh, thank you." I'm like, "Yeah,
And then he
Dali." And
strangled
he's
you
like,
with
"Who?" I said, "That's Dali." I don't know who that is. I just got it because it's a cool tie. I was like, there's a museum here in St. Pete. What? A museum? Like, yeah.
What's
you can
that?
go look at this painting
What's
there.
a painting?
It's on the wall. You can see the whole painting, which is my favorite.
It's a wall. But that's
But-
interesting, man. There's so many videos I see on YouTube of like, was this a younger guy?
Yeah, probably in his 28 or so, maybe 29.
Yeah. There's so many young people that I see online
Yeah.
posting videos about old artists that were popular in our day, and they're acting like they just discovered them.
Yeah,
and
like
they're
they're
"Oh my God,
responsible for discovering
it's
them.
so-" right? Like, have you guys heard
You heard of-
Nirvana? Like,
Yeah. Stone Temple Pilots? I saw a couple of videos of like, the youngest generation, whatever. They're like 18, 19, listening to Eminem.
oh, okay.
Like, even people I worked with was like 26, 28. I'm like, have you really listened to Eminem? They're like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's violent.
Yeah,
They're like, what? Really? No way.
very
I'm like,
inappropriate.
oh my God. So yeah, like one of my favorites is they're like 18, 19 listening to Eminem and their faces are like mortified,
Mm-hmm.
because he's talking about killing his mom, choking her, and,
Yes,
his
Yes.
ex-wife or whatever, and drowning him.
dark,
Like,
very dark,
very
He
dark.
went dark.
Yeah, it started out dark, just boom.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was confusing though because his first big hit single was
Mm.
"My Name Is,"
Yeah.
"My Name," and it was super kind of light, and
Yeah.
he had jokes.
It was very
I got
poppy.
jokes,
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Does
poppy, and he was
voices.
making jokes. But if you actually listen to the
Mhm.
rap,
yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
lyrics of even "My Name Is,"
Yeah.
he goes hard against a lot of
He goes
celebrities
hard.
at the
He
time.
goes hard,
and,
dude.
like,
Yeah, he goes hard.
yeah, he's not being nice.
No, he's awesome. Yeah, I like it.
You have to lean into your faults. That's what I've learned getting older. Like I used to be so ashamed of my hair and everything, like how curly it
Why?
was and
You have
everything.
good hair.
But as I'm getting older, I'm realizing to just fuck it. Just let it
Yeah.
be curly, just be myself. And that's
I've told you that since I met you.
It's freeing.
and I think you have to lean into your faults.
Yeah, you just relax.
I love your curly hair. I mean, I like it when you straighten it too, but I'm a fan of the curly hair.
It's good.
I feel like it fits your personality more than the straight hair because you are a fun, effervescent person. So, and the hair
Bubbly.
matches. Yeah, exactly.
Bouncy.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's like water.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Robi.
Thank you.
It's a fireworks explosion of
You're
hair.
stumbling through this compliment, but I agree with you. There's only so much I can do.
A fireworks explosion.
Hey, what?
Gee, that's
Fireworks
funny.
are beautiful.
That was funny, dude.
I love you, Dustin.
I love you too, Dustin.
Lafamatufus.
Lafamatufus.
Is that Hawaiian?
It is not. It is a word that Holly made up
Oh.
because we got in an argument
Mhm.
over who loves the other person more.
Of course. Yeah.
And so this is going to be
This is like the
cringe-inducing.
safe word, right?
some people.
You know
Like a
what?
safe
That's a
word?
good safe word.
Lafamatufus.
Yeah, we'll use that as a safe
Lafamatufus.
word.
You're never going to accidentally say it. Yeah, so we were constantly in this text battle of who loved the other person more, and we were I was saying she would
Making
say, "Oh, I
everyone
love
sick
you more."
around you.
and I would say, I love you the most. And then I got to the point where it was like, yeah, I love you the mostiest.
Yeah.
The very
Infinity
most.
plus one.
Yeah, exactly. All that shit.
Yeah.
And then one night we're doing this, like, going back and forth trying to say, and she just says, Lafamatoofus. And it stopped me in my tracks.
Yeah, I like it.
And I was like, what the hell is that? And she's
Mhm.
like, it's a word I just made up. And it means that I love you absolutely the most, and you can't get above it. It's the absolute peak
the
that you could
ceiling.
ever possibly
Yeah.
get. It's the ceiling, exactly.
Yeah. So she won.
So yeah.
Okay.
So
That saved the
But
story.
Like,
I just added IEST to the end of it, so I just say, well, Lafamatoofus.
Yeah, it kind of makes me want to throw up a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, like sometimes I think we both get tired of arguing about it, and we just like let it
Yeah.
go.
I mean, I'm already exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, whew.
I know it's a pointless argument. You know?
We get it. You're in love.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a pointless argument because what's the benefit of winning the argument?
Well, you can't say, yeah, you're right.
You know.
Like to end it.
Yeah, you do
Exactly.
love me more.
Yeah. No, you're right. You win.
You're right.
I'm tired.
You
of this.
win.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it.
Yeah. You could be cool like Han
Actually, this
Solo.
argument has made me love you less. So.
You played off cool like Han Solo. I know.
Yeah,
There's a whole...
Yeah, that's what Dustin told me the
Go
first
ahead.
time I told him I loved him. I know.
And she was... Look, she
I
was,
was like, what
insulted. Because I don't think she had ever watched Empire Strikes Back. I don't think she had ever watched Empire Strikes Back. So she didn't get the reference first off.
Yeah, I wouldn't have pulled it out, dude.
Like the blood drained from my face because I was like, "Oh no, she doesn't know the reference."
Right. And you're not Harrison Ford, so you can't be that cool.
No, but
and
I
didn't say anything in
his
return after
facial
that. Like I'm
features.
like, okay, and he still never
I have
told
a
me he
crooked-
loved me like until like months after that.
Dang.
Because it was super awkward after that. Look, I have a crooked nose and I have a scar.
When
here.
you noticed that she didn't get the joke, did you not try to explain it?
No, he did not.
I did. I didn't.
No.
Yes, I did.
It doesn't sound like you did because you went months before you went.
I
It was like if you would have explained
totally-
it, it wouldn't have been awkward anymore, and then you could have followed up with, I think I love you too. Doesn't sound like that's how it went.
No, it was not a good time.
Yeah.
I didn't play it. I didn't play
hindsight
it
is-
well, and it was.
Hindsight's
I
2020.
I blew it basically, and I was like, okay,
I started asking him
I
like,
didn't
"Do
know
you
what to
even
do after
like
that.
me?" Like,
Because here's the thing,
Why-
I didn't
why are
want
you
to like the
leaving
next
out
day.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was asking. I'm like, "Why are you driving out here? Do you even like?"
Because
me?
no. Because the next time it was like, well, if I say I love you, now she's gonna. And this is Holly. She will just be like, well, now you're just saying it because I said it.
It's true
Yeah.
And so in my mind, I had to wait long enough
for her to
so
forget.
that it actually meant something
Yeah,
again. You know what I mean?
you played
Like
a
it-
risky game there, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how risky it
It
was.
was risky.
I was pretty
I
sure
stuck
she was-
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't. I mean, we did a long distance thing for three
I
years,
remember,
which was
dude.
pretty
It made
crazy.
me tired.
Yep.
And you would always do voice to chat on your phone to text because you were driving so much.
Yes, exactly.
So sometimes it would come off like a little weird. I don't do
Has
that.
anyone
I
ever
don't like
texted
doing
their
that.
mom when they were supposed to be texting someone else?
I did that to my son this week. I'm not going
Really?
to even say what I said.
Oh no.
Supposed to go to a female friend. And it went to my youngest son,
Oh, your youngest.
who was 15.
That's even worse.
Good thing your
I
youngest
just
son has a good
responded.
sense of humor.
All I did was respond was, oops. Ha, 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 ha.
What did he say?
He did capital LOL.
Yeah, he has a good sense of humor, so I bet he handled
Yeah,
it well.
he does.
Yeah. Well, he is B's son, so
Yeah.
I mean,
It's funny.
wow. I
It
can
wasn't
honestly
anything
say
like really, but it was like, embarrassing enough that
it was not something you wanted to text your son.
not at all. Not at all.
No.
I remember one time I was driving and I had Charlie texting for me, and like, I'm like, oh, Dustin texted me, see what he said. And then, like, he texted me, like, what are you wearing? Or something like that. And then Charlie was texting him what he was wearing.
Yeah,
I just got
Charlie
this
was
t-shirt
like-
and blue jeans.
Yeah, he was like, I forget which shirt. He was like a t-shirt
Yeah.
and blue jeans. Yes, it was weird. Yeah, some Nikes,
That's funny.
some Crocs. All right, this needs to end now.
Weird episode.
You're not even going to say good game, are you?
Oh,
'Cause-
good game. Good game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good
The
game,
end.
Holly. We appreciate you joining
Yeah,
us.
come back.
on
Thank
this,
you guys for
this
having me.
episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Introverse. New stuff every Monday, wherever the podcasts roam. You can also catch us on Insta at IntroversePod. Thanks for listening.
I crapped myself in a Macy's. Just remember
Yeah,
that
that
one.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Didn't like I made it to the bathroom too. Made it to the bathroom, locked the door, but didn't make it to the toilet.
Aw.
Oh my!
Did you have to
So-
buy clothes there?
Close, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and like trying to.
Oh, did
clean.
you had? So you had to go
I was in there
check
for like
out.
an hour. I was in there a good hour. Like, just cleaning
Wow.
myself.
You're like, you need to go buy some
Oh,
towels as
so
well,
bad. Yeah, so bad.
underwear,
Yeah.
socks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Macy's. That bathroom was
times.
destroyed. I did what I could, but there's a point where they're gonna have to pay people to do
Like,
this.
So when you saw Ace
They're gonna have to
Ventura,
bring
you
in
were
the
like, no, dude.
professionals.
You were like, no, dude.
I'm just not equipped to fix the problem. I'm sorry. Like these,
Whoo, do not.
there's only enough brown paper towels, and I've used most of them on myself.
Oh my god, those brown paper towels don't
Wow.
absorb shit.
They
they
don't. They
don't.
just move it around.
Oh my god.
Just gonna scoot it from this place to the other. Man, I forgot about that. You're bringing back some trauma for me. Thanks, Roby.
Anytime. Anytime. Dude, we should have put that one in the documentary, which is now available.
Oh yeah.
It's available
It's
now?
now out. No,
Yeah.
but when this
Oh.
airs, it will
Airs,
have been
it will
out
be.
for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go if you haven't watched it. It's been out for a couple of weeks, a few weeks now.
Mhm.
Go check out the Shit Shuffle Bees documentary.
That trailer was awesome, Roby.
Yeah, it was a good trailer.